Hey, what's up guys, Dark Wars 005 here, and welcome back to another episode of Let's Play Guild Wars Prophecies. In this episode, we are going to start it off by heading up to Ashford and speaking with Divana. Haversdan wanted us to go and speak with her so that we can get some new quests to do, so we're going to go do that. Now, the road to Ashford is a little bit long, so on the way we can just admire the beautiful landscape of Guild Wars. The developers really did a great job on this game. Everything looks so beautiful. And bear in mind, I'm playing on pretty much the lowest graphical settings, but pretty much anyone, even laptop users with pretty low quality laptops, can play on pretty much the maximum resolution, because Guild Wars is very optimized for people who don't have maybe the best computer setups. So if you want your game to look awesome, you can definitely do that no matter what your computer, so that's good. The reason I'm playing on such a low resolution is simply because with fraps going at the same time, it can cause lag, so I'm just making sure that lag is minimized for the videos. Look at that waterfall. That is just, oh, it's so gorgeous. This game is amazing. I cannot wait for the rest of this. We are just getting started here. So, the rest of this game, oh, I can't wait. I haven't even played through the entire Prophecies campaign, actually, on any of my characters, so once we get far enough, it's going to be completely foreign to me, so it's going to be kind of a half-blind playthrough, really. Alright, here's Divana. Let's talk to her. I'm glad you've come. I can't seem to shake the feeling that there's trouble on the horizon, and I'd be glad to have your help if and when it arrives. In the meantime, there are plenty of people here who need assistance with one thing or another, and I'm sure you'll find the lessons you learn here will be invaluable in the future. I've heard talk among the townsfolk of the unsettling rumors coming from Merrick the Scribe. Instead of babbling to random strangers, he ought to send word to the authorities if he's come across something truly important, but I'm sure he's too engrossed in his books to think of anything practical like that. My duties in town keep me from looking into this matter myself, but if you could go to Ashford Abbey to the north and ask him about it, I'd appreciate it. Alright, so let's go talk to Merrick the Scribe. One thing I forgot to mention in the previous episode is the Resurrection Shrine, which is going to be where you respawn after you die. Now, in this game, when you die, the only penalty is a minus 15% in your morale. Now, morale in this game basically gives you increases or decreases in your stats here, HP and mana, so you definitely don't want that to be decreased by 15% per death. I believe the cap for that is 60, but after you've died 4 or 5 times, it can get pretty tricky to come back from that, so definitely the goal is to not die. But it's also kind of good because you're not going to lose any of your loot, so that's kind of nice. Alright, here is Merrick the Scribe. Ashford Abbey is an outpost, so we are going to be able to see other human players here, such as Zai Ivory. Alright, so let's talk to Merrick. I leave the delving into dungeons to others. To my mind, uncovering the secrets of an ancient text is excitement enough. How may I help you? Divana sent you? Bless her. She knows I could use the help. I have an important message that must be delivered to Armin Saberlin in Ascalon City. I received a vision from Dwayna. She warned me that something dire is developing among the Char. The city must be alerted. I'll stay here and see if I can divine any more information. In the meantime, consult your map of Lakeside County to hasten your travel. Press M to view the map, then double-click a location to travel there. It is important that this message be delivered with good speed. Remember to use your map. Alright, so what Merrick is referring to here is the ability to fast travel to places where you've been before in this game. Now, this isn't a very new concept to those of you who played RPGs before, so I'll just show it off real quick here. We're going to open the map with M, as he said, and you can see here now we have Ashford Abbey as well as Ascalon City on our map. A city with green text means that our current quest is located there, so we're going to click on that once for a description of the city and the ability to travel, or like Merrick said, you can just double click on the location to travel automatically. So that is going to be very useful. You're going to find yourself using that a lot. Okay, well, let's go speak to Armin Saberlin, and I'm sure he has something very interesting. And by I'm sure, I mean I've played this game before, so I know that this next part is going to be exciting. So here we go. A message from Merrick, is it? Let me see that. This is grave news indeed. I hope he's mistaken about this. Duena protect us if this information is accurate. If such a thing is even possible, then King Adalbern has ordered this offensive against the Char not a moment too soon. We must not lose this fight, I tell you. We must not lose this fight. Sir Titus wants you to take on a second profession before you face the Char, right? I think he is right to say so. A second profession gives you the attributes of that profession, and gives you access to all of the skills and most of the attributes of that profession. This is a big decision not to be taken lightly. You might wish to see trainers for several professions before you learn a little something about them before settling on one. Not just any trainer can teach you a second profession, but I can direct you if need be. Alright, so here he's going to give you a list of all the other professions which are not our own. Well, I guess including our own, so he can tell you where some other trainers are to give you skills for your profession as well. But if you click on any of those, he will give you the location of the other trainers. However, I know where they are, so we're going to go and start working on that. So let's go do that. Maybe now is a good time to discuss the quest log. So by pressing L, you can check out what you need to do for your current quest, and if you have multiple quests, it will appear in a list here. You can simply click on one to change it, and you can abandon a quest if you are within a city. So let us head out to Lakeside County again, and we will start searching for the trainers. Becoming a good ranger requires extensive training in a number of different skill techniques. To begin the learning process, seek out Master Ranger Nent in Regent Valley. If you follow the road southwest from town and pay attention to the signs, you shouldn't have any trouble finding Regent Valley. Master Ranger Nent will be along the road. Alright, so Haversdan, you can see here, is going to tell us where our next ranger teacher is. But first, before we do that, just up the road here outside the city is the Mesmer trainer, Lady Althea. Now, for each profession there are multiple trainers, so you're going to have to seek all of them out. I think we're going to do all of their quests for experience, although you definitely don't have to. You can just go to the trainer you want and become their skill. Hail and hello. How can this humble Mesmer help you? So we're going to accept her quest. At the watering hole southwest of here, you will find a rogue bull, terrible creature, a menace to everyone coming to visit our humble theater. Here are some mesmer spells to assist you. If you'd dispatch this creature for me, I'd be most grateful. So once you accept a trainer's quest, they're going to give you skills for that profession that they teach. You'll be able to keep these skills until you take on another trainer's different quest, and they will replace those skills with their own. So the only way you're going to get to keep these skills is if you decide that you want to be Mesmer permanently as your secondary class. So let's go and attack the rogue bull here. Why don't we go over what these do real quick first for anyone who might be playing Mesmer. So Conjure Phantasm is a hex spell that lasts 2 seconds and will cause -5 health generation. So this is going to basically deplete the opponent's health slowly for 2 seconds. Ether Feast is going to cause 3 energy loss, so it's going to take away 3 energy from them, and you're going to gain 20 health for each point that they lost, so that's a total of 60 health. And Imagine Burden for 8 seconds, your target foe moves 50% slower. However, this takes a lot of energy, obviously, and has a very long recharge time, so use that carefully. Any skill with a downward-facing purple arrow means that it is a hex spell. We will go over what other symbols mean later on. But as you can see also, different profession skills are differently color-coded. Rangers are going to be a yellowish green, and obviously Mesmers are purple, so we'll get into the other colors later on. So let's start attacking the bull. You can see here we just click to use our skills. Conjure Phantasm is going to cause a purple bar up there, and you can see his health regenerates pretty quickly. Now we're very low on mana though, so we're just going to have to wait for that to recharge slowly over time. You can see we're doing all right on health here. Let's do another power shot, and he's going to be done. I apologize if the commentary is a little bit shaky during some of these fighting scenes, but sometimes this game takes a lot of concentration, so if I maybe don't speak for a second while I'm fighting, I apologize. Hopefully you'll still find it interesting. Like, just looking at this game to me, it's so beautiful. Okay, let's go claim our reward. Just be careful that if you're trying to do all of the quests for experience, that you don't accept Mesmer as your permanent class, because if you do, the other trainers aren't going to want to give you their quests. Back already? Excellent. I can thank you enough. I can't thank you enough for taking care of that dangerous bull. You've shown you have the potential to be a good Mesmer. Taking Mesmer as a secondary profession will give you access to all Mesmer skills and allow you to train in illusion magic, domination magic, and inspiration magic, but you must still bear the armor of your primary profession. Once you make this commitment, you will not be able to change your mind, nor will you have the opportunity to try other professions to see if you prefer them. I need more time to decide, so I haven't actually decided what my secondary profession is, so if you guys are guessing, I don't know yet. So we'll figure that out when we get there. I haven't planned too far ahead in the game yet, so I don't know. Plus, like I mentioned, I've never really played Ranger before, so I'm not sure what profession would pair well with it. Obviously, you don't want to choose too many high energy classes because Rangers don't have access to a lot of energy, so like Mesmer, their skills cost tons of mana. So it wouldn't be a very good pairing with Ranger, although I'm sure some people get use out of it. Oftentimes people choose their secondary profession only for a few skills from that profession that they think will work well. Mostly, though, you'll be using your primary profession skills. And you will definitely be using your primary profession weapon, and you are forced to use their armor as well, so that is a thing. I'm just trying to remember where all of the different trainers are. So why don't we go to Regent Valley, and the sign here says that it is to the left. Hopefully I'll be able to find my way around this game. Like I said, though, some of this is going to be blind because I haven't played the entire campaign. I have beaten the Factions campaign, and I haven't beaten the Nightfall campaign, so most of these Let's Plays in the future are going to be somewhat blind, so it should be fun. We'll figure it out as we go with you guys and me. Alright, we're just going to head down this amazing looking path to Regent Valley, which is around this bend up here. The river scale are going to be passive, unless you find a river scale broodcaller, which you can see is over there. They are going to be aggressive, so just be aware of that. Alright, so just walking to Regent Valley here. I believe all the Ranger trainers are actually in Regent Valley, so should be good. You can see here a fog circle on the map signifies a portal to a new section of the map, which will have to have its own loading screen, so just keep that in mind. And we're just going to head down here, so awesome. Hopefully this won't load too long. I'm probably not going to cut this screen out, so just to give you an idea of how long it takes to actually load most of these areas, it's not too bad. This is the first time I'm loading it on this computer, so that's why it's taking a little bit longer to load. But yeah, this is going to be a fun Let's Play, I can already tell. Once we get past all of this tutorial stuff and choosing our professions, it gets pretty exciting, and the combat gets a lot more intense. So it's going to be fun. I do have a guild on this game. I would be willing to accept people to join the guild, actually, if you want to like play with me or something, or be in a video. I'm totally open to that, so I always love having guests on the channel, because let's face it, listening to my boring commentary all the time with just me can get a little stale. So maybe some subscribers want to do a dual commentary. I might be willing to do that. As long as your quality is decent. I do like to have decent quality videos on my channel, so. Alright, here is Master Ranger Nent. What kind of voice do you have, Master Ranger Nent? If you're serious about your studies, I can teach you the basics of beast mastery. The care of the... Oh, and there he is, fighting a lash devourer while he's talking to me. The care of an animal companion is one of the most valuable skills a ranger can develop. After you have learned something of this, you may wish to seek out other trainers to learn new skills. I feel like he has a hippie voice. I don't know. Oh, we leveled up. Alright, one moment there. One of the great joys in a ranger's life is earning the trust of an animal companion. If you are interested, I will give you a skill that will allow you to charm an animal. However, it would not be fitting so close to a shrine of Melandru to charm just any creature. Along the path here you will find the shrine. Nearby you may find one of the rare cats known by the name of Melandru's Stalker. If you can charm one of these animals, you will truly have Melandru's blessing. Now Melandru, who he is speaking of, is the god of ranger. So basically it's the ranger god in this. Each profession pretty much has its own gods, and different resurrection temples will have an image of those gods, which you can do some interesting stuff with, which I will go over later. So right now we have 5 unused attribute points. So why don't we'll take a look at what the attributes we have right now on. We have a marksmanship, a wilderness survival, and 2 beast masteries. So marksmanship obviously is going to be our damaging one, so we'll put the most on that. We'll stick 2 there. Every time you increase your attribute points, it's going to take more and more to level it up. So at first it takes 1 attribute point, but then you'll have to put 2 and then 3 to increase it. So it increasingly takes more and more. So it's not like you can just level these up a ton at a low level. You're going to have to level up quite a few times first. You can also not decrease your attributes while you're in a explorable area, so you're going to have to go back to a town in order to do that. So why don't we put our other one in wilderness survival, and the other one in beast mastery, excuse me, for now. So let's take a look at these new skills that he's given us. Your pet gains 26 health, resurrects your pet 13% health if you have comfort animal equipped. So as long as you have comfort animal equipped, your animal companion will travel with you. Now you need some kind of animal skill in order for your animal to actually stay with you. When you don't have it equipped, you're not going to be able to see your companion, so you're going to need to have at least one of these equipped in order to have your animal travel with you. This is going to be your animal healing spell, obviously, and charm animal is going to be the one that gets you your pet. So you can charm pretty much any pet or wild animal that has a green name rather than a red name, and it will take quite a long time, and while you're trying to tame a pet, it's going to attack you, so you should be careful with that. The spell does take an absurd amount of time to cast. It takes 10 seconds for the spell to activate, so while you're doing that, you're pretty much defenseless. When you're casting a skill, if you move, it's going to cancel it, so you gotta be careful. Alright, here is the Shrine of Melandru. Where is the Melandru Stalker? I'm sure it's around here somewhere. You can see while we're standing in here, we get a passive skill up here that's going to give us +3 health regeneration. So that's going to give us these 3 pips here on the side facing right, which signify that our health is increasing 3-fold, so that's nice. Now, the way health regeneration works in this game, which I neglected to mention, and it's pretty important, when you're not being damaged after you've been unhit for a certain amount of time, your health will start regenerating slowly and increasingly regenerate faster and faster as you're remaining undamaged, so that's good. Good to know. Where is the Melandru? Usually it's right here around the shrine. I'm sure it's nearby. We just have to find him. Where are you, Melandru Stalker? Oh, there he is. You can see his name is green, so that does mean we can tame him. Now, we should stand in here while we're taming him, because that way we'll get the regeneration. So you can see here it takes forever, and he's just going to pelt us. Look at his face. He is frightening. And there we go. We have our pet. Once you have a pet, it will appear under the pet tab in your party thing over here. Your party thing. Your party menu. Excuse me for that. If you click the one next to his name, you can have a little tab up which will give you his commands and show his current health. So here you can lock your pet onto a certain target, so they will only attack that target. Here you can set them to guard, which basically means any enemy that you attack, he will also attack, and heal will make him obviously not attack, so he's going to be passive. I like to keep these pet windows pretty much up all the time so I can see. There are other things like this as well with heroes and things like that. So let's demonstrate his capabilities. Is that another Melandru star? I didn't know there was more than one in this area. Wow. So you can see here, once I start attacking him, my pet is going to go in there and attack him. Now, if I use this comfort animal skill, it'll heal my pet automatically. So that's nice. Although he hadn't taken any damage yet, but they can. And I believe if your pet dies, it's not even a big deal because they will respawn once you get back to a city or town, so you won't be able to lose them through death, so not a huge deal. What exactly are we doing right now? We have to return to Master Nent so we can get our reward, so let's head up this path here and claim our reward for getting our new pet. And I believe there's a command in the chat that lets you name your pet. You can do a / command basically to accomplish different tasks in the chat, and there is one I believe for naming your pet, but I'm not sure what it is at this time. So in the next video, hopefully I will have remembered to look it up. We went the wrong way. We gotta go around this path here. You can see these devourers are also passive, so no need to worry about those for the time being. Although you can fight all these if you want for experience. That is always a good idea. The highest level I've gotten in the tutorial area is level 7, and that was trying really hard, so you're not going to be able to get to max level by any means in the tutorial sections just doing these profession quests. Alright, Ranger Nent, what do you want? You have done very well. It's not easy to charm one of these great cats. The gods are smiling on you. And he does a fist pump and claps like I'm an idiot. Okay. Well, we're nearing the end of this video here, so thank you guys for watching this video. Please comment, rate, and subscribe if you want to see more of these, and let me know what you're thinking of the series so far. It's still a little bit tutorial-y, but once we get further in, it'll be a lot more interesting. I promise. This game is so amazing. So I will see you guys for the next video, and thank you again for watching.